that was we talked about it too. I said either the defense is gonna be really good or the offense is gonna be really good, or the defense is gonna suck and that's gonna make the offense look good. I don't know where we went. Muddy, sorry about your boy Jack Miller. Jack Miller was a disappointment. I got to eat my words. He was my Dark Knight. Your Dark Knight is gone. We have lost the Dark Knight fight, Steve. Jack looked very timid. It looked like every throw was coming off his back foot. It had a lot of air underneath it. Nothing was being thrown with confidence. It was very frustrating to watch because it's like you have it, you're there, you're not believing in what you're throwing, right? You're almost afraid to make a mistake, which is causing you to make mistakes. That's what I felt like I was watching. Anthony looked extremely comfortable, like you said, and I love the new helmets. Kind of, sort of, they looked cool. It looked like he was kind of like in the future a little bit. But it was good to see things get out there. I think we also noticed a lot of things the lack of depth, right? Paul Finebaum, whatever his name is, came out and Finebaum. Let me read what he said verbatim, because it was some good stuff here. He said, I think fans better be aware that this is not going to be a great team. I never in my life thought saying that getting to a decent bowl game would be considered a success at Florida. That's blasphemous. That is blasphemous, Finebaum. But I think that it's because they have a difficult schedule. You can't really find a more treacherous beginning than they have. And I think they'll be struggling. I think AR, assuming he works everything out off the field, which we'll get into, he's a really good player, but I don't think they have a lot around them that is sustainable, and what I mean by that is depth. Now, we know this. We've heard this. Billy has been very adamant about this. Watching them, this is probably the first time that I've been a little bit more of a skeptic of like, look, he's not wrong. I've been tooting the horn since the beginning, since Billy got here, like he's going to turn it around. But I think when we see it, right, a little reality sets in, and look, we're not where I was, where we obviously want to be. Expectations are always, I think, a little bit higher. So that's kind of where your heart breaks a little bit. Look, AR did look really, really good, which excites me. Montreal Johnson looked really, really good. And that was our call, too, for Montreal Johnson. Connor said Lingard was his pick. We talked like a few weeks before about Montreal Johnson being the guy because he was at Louisiana with Billy. Yep. So Billy is obviously bought in on Montreal Johnson, and it showed. Right, the guy's stout. He's obviously he has a little bit more experience than the other running backs. I think it's still have a great running back room. But again, I think that what we're talking about is the depth. Later into the game is where things are going to start hurting.